Hello? Feeling good?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Are you feeling good?
I am. We just got back from the park. I took Rosie to the park this morning. We haven't been to a playground in a really long time. Because when we're on the bus, we try to look for playgrounds. Mm-hmm. And then when we get home, she has like her toys and her backyard and front yard to entertain
you're like,
her.
Here's your house.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a plethora of things to keep us entertained. And I was like, you know what? Do you want to go to the playground? Yeah. She got so excited.
Aww.
So we went to the playground. And it's not like just me and Rosie go. The whole squad comes. Manny,
What do you mean?
Alita, my brother, Della came and met us there. There was
really?
A whole 5
That's
adults at the park for this one kid.
That's so weird because I don't remember getting an invite.
No, you didn't.
So whole squad. Sure.
Yeah. So we went and had a great time. We were there for like an hour and a half. She was loving it. And I just wore workout clothes, and I was like, well, I guess I'm wearing this on the podcast because I didn't have time. So here we are. Here we are in my exercise apparel. Did I exercise? No.
You were outside. For some reason in my head, I go, well, I went outside today, so that is exercise.
I walked from here to there. Cardio.
Exactly.
I should have been wearing my armband to track my heartbeat.
Or those bangles, like those weighted bala bangles.
I didn't know there was weighted bangles.
I mean, it doesn't look like a bangle bracelet. It looks like it's like.
Oh, they're weights.
They're weights.
I see what you're saying.
But they wrap around like a bracelet. They just call it bangles, like weighted bangles.
Remember when bangles were the jam?
Sure.
And it was just like, what are you gonna wear tonight? I'll probably just wear this with my bangles and.
I never could get into them because it was too much.
Oh, really?
Sensory on my arms.
I
didn't like that it moved around and made noise, and I said, no, thank you, I can't do that.
Yeah, you do have a touch of the tism.
No.
Yes. We're gonna look into that.
No.
We're gonna look into that. Attitudes and gratitudes this time around. Let's jump into some attitudes.
Tell everyone what you just did this weekend.
So I just finished filming my 7th 1-hour special. You can't say it without giving a celebratory sound.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it needs some sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't audibly say it, you gotta something. Like your body has to acknowledge the bigness that is the 7th hour.
Hour.
Special. Are you ready? Oh, before we get into that, let's tell everybody where we went last night.
Oh, go Kings, go.
We went to the Kings game, a hockey game. They were very generous and invited us to come to the game. So Danielle, myself, my manager Steven, and my brother, Sonny Mitchell, we all went to see the Kings.
Sure did.
And Danielle made sure we all got there early to get our snacks. Game started at 7:30. Danielle was there at what time?
6:35.
Yes, she was. But
I did a whole lap before you guys even.
I am actually glad we got there early to get our snacks and sit down because when you were like, you're gonna miss the whole to-do-dah when they start the game. I'm like, what kind of to-do-dah do they do?
There's a to-do-dah,
and there really is a to-do-dah. It's like lights.
There's a whole show. It's a whole production. I say all the time, sports is theater. It is another form of theater, and they have it's just another form of entertainment at the end of the day. That's truly what it is.
Totally.
And they have, a countdown and lights and music and video and dancers, not always with hockey, but
and like free skaters with their flags that lit up.
Yeah, the flags were very cool. And a lot of the teams always have a special thing that is usually themed. The Seattle Kraken has like a kraken that emerges from the ice.
What's a kraken?
Like a sea creature, like a kraken is like a mythical octopus sort of beast. You ever see Pirates of the Caribbean?
Maybe like when it first came out.
Oh, there's a kraken in there, and I think in the second film though.
So it comes out of the ice like you mean it's like a digital like?
Yeah, like they have like pieces that sort of just like it doesn't actually like come out of the ice, but I've seen it. It's like
is it like
show
like hologram or actual
kinda,
physical like
like pieces that they like
a parade float
something.
type thing?
It's like they have like there's like pieces and they do a smoke show and then it just kind of like it's there. They do a little magic tricky kind of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then apparently someone was telling me Nashville Predators, I guess they throw fish onto the ice.
Oh.
But also in Seattle, there's a lot of fish throwing.
Okay.
Everybody has a certain thing. The Dallas Stars do a certain thing. I was telling you which part of me is like, is this disrespectful? But during the national anthem at the Dallas Stars game, when they sing the line, I think twice you say star in the national anthem, and the entire stadium will go star during the national anthem.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like as you're singing it, they just say it loud.
Like, yeah. And it's like, and the star, and they're like, stars.
And then continue singing the rest.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to find a video of that.
I know.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's really funny. Yeah. So everybody, and same with basketball, football, everybody has a hoo-ta-da.
Yeah.
Little ballyhoo, and I love it. I love it because they put a lot of effort into that.
I never knew that. Even though when we just went to the Lakers game, they did have a little to-do-da too in the beginning. And I was like, oh, look at this. This is fun.
Yeah.
Another, okay, we'll do a MADtitude and gratitude of last night. Let's just do that. Okay. So, MADtitude, walking up to the entry and they're like, your bag is too big.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, it's not even that big. And he was like, you got to go around the other entrance and there's lockers there and you could put your stuff in a locker. And I'm like, all right. So we go around the other entrance, and on the way to the other entrance, I just folded my bag in half and put it under my arm like a clutch. And then so we're just walking through the security, and then the girl goes, hold on, let me see your bag. And I was like, ugh. So I open it, and I just like open it real fast to show her inside as if that's what she was asking me, even though I knew for a fact she was asking for size. And I open it and I go, yeah, see, there's like hardly anything in there.
Yeah.
And then she asked her other security friend, she was like, do you have your size chart? And she's like, no. And then she was like, all right, just fold it up the way you had it. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. So my MADtitude was the guy didn't let me in. And then my gratitude was the girl did let me in. And I didn't have to put my purse in a locker.
Yeah.
That's MADtitude, gratitude number one. Then moving on. MADtitude.
Multiple.
We were going to go to the American Express Lounge.
We were. When I got there early and I did my loop, I did some research and I discovered there was an Amex lounge and we have the correct credit card to get inside.
So we're like, let's go do that. They have free food. Let's go.
Yeah.
By the time we got there, sorry, we're booked. Too many people in here.
Yeah. Because when I did my research and I was asking the guy about it, which he was very helpful, and the guy at the Delta Lounge, not helpful. But the American Express guy was saying that they have a really good view of the ice in that lounge. And so what people do, they cheat the system, is they buy the back row really cheap seats, but they have the credit card. So then they go to the lounge and then they just stay in the lounge and watch the game there.
Definitely doing that next time.
Which is a very good scam, actually. Yeah, it's a pretty
I'm
good
into
one.
That. I wonder if that's possible for the basketball games too.
Oh, maybe.
Or concerts.
Probably not concerts.
I don't know.
We
didn't even know the lounge existed.
That's true.
We should look.
I feel like concerts are probably different than sporting events, though.
Possibly.
But I was also going to comment too on your bag MADtitude. Is that's pretty common now. Like at this point, I just try not to bring it back to any concert sporting. Like I just assume you either got to have a little tiny baby clutch,
or a clear,
or a clear bag. You know what bag does pass is my little miniature Longchamp. That I have. That works. That's the right size. But
anyway, so that was my MADtitude. Then moving into gratitude from that situation, we're like, man, we don't get to go to the Amex lounge. We're going to see what kind of food they had. It was going to be great. But instead, we went directly to the nachos. And nachos make me feel good. Yep. And so we got some nachos with extra cheese, some jalapenos, and I was happy as a clam.
Yep. And I got my hot dog.
Yep, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I have one more highlight from the game that I really enjoyed. My brother apparently had never even been to the arena. He'd never even been to the arena ever.
To me. I was like, not even like any like concert, nothing.
Yeah, I thought for sure he had been there for something, but he was like, no, this is my first time here. So I was excited to have my brother there for his first time. And then he's been to like maybe a hockey game in San Jose for the Sharks. So we're not big hockey fans, but him like pretending to be like all about it and starting chants and like trying to do high fives to people.
Yeah.
Mitchell, my brother, was one of my highlights of
and that's
the
good.
game last
I feel
night.
like that's how you should approach any sporting event. I hate soccer. I'll be honest, not a fan. But I go to the women's soccer games out here because I have friends who are fans, and I just like a good old sporting event and camaraderie. But I'll get into it. Like I'll be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we're high-fiving, we're cheering, like let's go.
She kicked it.
Yeah, she did it.
And the other one blocked it.
And then even when people, I love when they start yelling, they're offsides, and I'm like, yeah, offsides.
Yeah.
Blah.
That's what my brother started doing with the guy behind us who was narrating the whole time.
I really enjoyed him.
Let me tell you, so did I. I was learning so much.
I was like, let him speak. I was like, yes, I'm doing, anytime he would shout it, I was like, ref, get him.
When it was happening too fast, and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. I was just listening to him behind me narrate everything, and I was like, all right, I see that. Okay, good. Yeah, I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
I wanted to look back and see what he looked like.
Oh, sure.
But he was directly behind me, so how do you do that nonchalantly?
Yeah. Oh, my neck. I need to stretch my neck.
I mean, I guess I could have pretended to crack my back like,
hi, how you doing? Yeah. Hey, how ya?
Yeah.
That last play, crazy, huh? Yeah. What a doozy, am I right? Go Kings, go, you know?
I was also very curious about everybody sitting around us.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we were, because the Kings gave us the tickets.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure we were in the section where they give all their people tickets.
Right. Because there was a lot of like staff, a lot of people with the badges.
And there was
around.
Also just a lot of people that you're like, I don't know who you are, but I know you do something. There was a lot of that happening.
And we were right next to, there were actors there from some hockey movie that's coming out. And they were promoting, and all those actors were sitting
in our
down.
section.
Yeah. So we were definitely in the marketing department. Area.
Yeah, we're for sure sitting there.
Well, and then Steven pointed out, because there was that guy that was like 2 rows ahead of us.
Oh yeah,
that was
a podcaster,
some
guy.
Famous podcaster dude, hot guy, just some influencer.
Yeah, just some good-looking dude.
Lame. Wearing a New York hat, sir.
Ugh.
We're in LA. All right,
Sir,
what are we doing?
We get it.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
With your attractiveness.
Get your face out of our face.
I don't want to see beauty.
Not when I'm at a hockey game.
I want to see missing teeth and fights.
Yeah, which there were not very good fights.
They weren't. There was a decent amount. There was like 3, but they were kind of just like, I was like, oh, he's just got him like in a headlock.
Mitchell was like, that was just noogies.
Yeah.
We were just giving each other noogies at that point. But it was fun.
You stop. No, you stop. That's kind of the energy.
It was a good time. Oh, and then the poor security guard got.
Oh, I did see a hockey puck went flying, got him right in the noggin, and they definitely took him out of the rink.
Yeah, the security guard.
They had
got a little bleedy.
Yeah. He had to go get checked out. Fill out a workers' comp form, I'm sure.
Yeah. He was filling a lot of paperwork last night.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hope he's okay.
Yes.
No concussion.
God bless you, sir.
Yep.
And may the Lord be with you and also with you.
And amen.
Okay. That's all I have to say about last night. Do you have any other words for last night?
I feel like you pretty much covered it. I have some feelings about just like sports in general, but
boring.
Okay. So rude. I will say too, there was a lot of fans there for the other team.
They
played the Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche.
But also apparently they're like one of the best in the league right now or something. That's what the guy behind us said.
Oh yeah, that's true. I know there were sometimes I don't follow the Kings very closely, but I kept looking around and I was like, are we good or is this?
Yeah.
Should have done some research. Are we bad? I don't know.
But then we were tied for a little bit.
It was a very close game. I mean, early on it was close game. It was pretty intense. It was like 1-1 first period, 2-2 second period. Then third period, it just went downhill. Went downhill. We lost 2-4. So,
you guys stayed until the very end?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just walked out with the whole arena?
Sure did. Absolutely, we did. And then honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, it didn't take us very long to get out or to get to our car. My issue was that the route that I needed to take was blocked off for construction. So I got stuck in the reroute traffic. So,
do y'all listening at home, do y'all leave events, concerts, and things like that early to avoid the traffic? Or do you stay until the very end? You're very end.
I'm a very
you're first one there and last one out.
Exactly. Open and close.
Getting your money's worth.
Yeah.
I like that.
Also, I don't want to miss anything. It's truly the FOMO that wins out.
Yeah.
Because also to that game, I mean, we went into the third period tied 2-2. They didn't score that third goal until there was just maybe 3 minutes left in the game. It was a really good game. It was pretty intense. I wanted to see how, and then even after they scored that third goal, they had pulled the goalie and were like pulling out all the stops just tied up. And then if you tie it up, you get a shootout, and a shootout is very exciting.
That is exciting.
And but it didn't pan out.
Yeah. We left early because one, I wanted to beat the traffic. Also, I had to pee, and I'm like, if I get up and pee and make these people move, I don't want to come back because then I'm just about to get up again and leave. So I waited until there was 15 minutes left on the clock, which means like at least another half hour, 40 minutes of play, right? Because there's 15 minutes on the clock. I waited till I got down to 15. I'm like, that's good. Let's go. And then we head out. But we had a great time. So shout out to the LA Kings. Thanks for having us. It was a good time.
It was super fun. And then also Nashville Predators. Hello? Hi.
Would you like some marketing seats filled?
I got question. Do I have an idea for you? And I'll tell you about it when you invite me.
Yeah.
Which I was going to say, thinking about sports, I was going to share that because I think everyone knows now I'm moving to Nashville, which, by the way, I don't know, is that dangerous to tell people where I live? Who knows? People know.
It's the city. It's big. They got to look really hard to find you.
But I will say I had what is it called? An existential crisis recently, thinking about the move, because I am a big sports fan of just all sports in general and pro sports and going to games. And I have only lived in 2 places in my life, Dallas and Los Angeles, and both have professional sports teams for like every sport imaginable. And then when I was at of all places, a Warriors game in San Francisco, next to Mal, I had a full-on crisis when I realized that there was no professional basketball team in Nashville.
It's wild.
And then I started realizing that there was actually not a lot of professional teams in Nashville, and I kind of had a crisis where I thought, what about the games? When I have to travel to go to games?
We have the NFL. We have Tennessee Titans. We have the NHL, the Predators. We have soccer. I know you don't like soccer, but we have them. What is the soccer league called?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
National Soccer League? I don't know.
Usually they're like Nashville FC, or whatever.
Football club.
Oh, and then there's the minor league baseball team.
And we have the minor league baseball team,
yeah.
That's a lot of fun. We did go.
Oh, it's just the Nashville SC, which I think is
soccer club.
See, all the
right?
soccer teams are so lame.
Stupid.
And their names. They are. Like, be more creative.
I am excited about going into
Nashville Sounds.
Taking Rosie to some more sporting events and stuff like that.
Oh, look, this says there's also the Nashville Stampede, the professional bull riders team. I could get into that. Sure.
If it's like hot guys riding the bull.
Absolutely. That's all I need.
Absolutely.
Why do you think I go to hockey games?
Let's go. We're going to find Danielle a husband in Nashville. We're going to go get him for you. Find him riding a bull.
Oh yeah, technically Memphis has an a basketball team, but like
That's too far. 4 hours? No, thank you.
it's not 4 hours to Memphis.
Yes, it is.
It's 2.
Oh, are you sure? Who's 4 hours then?
Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Atlanta.
You're right.
Which also has teams, but like no offense to Atlanta.
I was never thought that kind of stuff was hot, like the cowboy type stuff. I never was like, ooh, yes, sir. But then you know what?
What?
Watching Matt Matthews.
Oh yeah.
Speed ride his horse. Was it called speed riding? What is it called? Like
barrel racing.
Barrel racing. My goal. And he's a gay, and he don't look a gay when he riding his horse.
Oh,
no, he don't.
3 hours to Memphis. Just kidding.
Yeah, I knew it was long. I knew it was a long trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he does his barrel racing, I'm like, oh my God, Matt Matthews, stop it.
Have you ever been to like a rodeo?
No. I've been to the county fair where they have like rodeo type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been to a rodeo.
We should go to a rodeo. They have plenty of rodeos in Tennessee, I guarantee.
What happens at a rodeo?
Lots of things. But do
they have good snacks?
Yes, they do. Very good snacks. Kind of like fair food snacks.
Love that.
Yeah. But there's countless amounts of events. And sometimes I feel like the events just have like a slight change where it's like, oh, this is barrel racing this, and this is barrel racing, but this barrel racing, they go to the right. This barrel racing, they go to the left.
Oh.
Like it's little things like that. Or then, of course, there is the bull riding, and then there's stuff with horses. Then there's also the ones that do like, it's almost like horse dancing kind of, and they do like the acrobats on like, they do like tricks and stuff on the horses, which is very impressive. And then also too, it's all by age ranges as well.
Of the rider or the horse?
The rider.
Okay.
Because they have kids. I remember at the Texas State Fair, my mom and my family and I, we went and watched, the day that we went, they were doing like the youth rodeo was happening. And that was crazy to watch, like a 5-year-old do like bull riding. And I was like, this feels super dangerous, which it is. But they were also so good, and it made me laugh too because all the kids just had like crazy country Texas names. They were like, here comes Lucasey Jones, which is a boot brand.
Not Lucasey.
Yes, there was a girl named Lucasey, and then it was like, here's Maverick and his twin brother Mustang, here they come. And I was like this is killing me.
They were born for this.
Exactly. But it's very exciting. We should absolutely, Nashville has a rodeo.
I mean, if they have a team, a bull riding team or whatever you just said,
we should go. I'm down. I'm gonna Google Nashville. Also, too, if you work in marketing for the Nashville,
if you ever want to know who my favorite team is of any sport, it's whoever gave me tickets.
Apparently, the Music City Rodeo returns to Nashville's Bridgestone Arena, May 28th through the 30th, 2026. There you go.
We will be there. Let's do it.
Oh, hey. There's like Miranda Lambert's going to be there. They got all kinds of
music artists and stuff.
Music artists. How
should
exciting.
I try to get on Nashville 911?
Yes.
Since my tour is now winding down and I have time to like breathe and be a human, and I'm so excited about getting Rosie into a dance class and maybe like toddler soccer or something because she loves kicking the ball around. Some sort of team situation. I'm really excited about doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But also I will just have some time to like not have to think about going back on the road, promoting the show. Like we still need to sell tickets, or we need, it's just time to do other things. So I'm like, okay, I want to film something for my YouTube channel.
I already have it. I know exactly what we're doing.
What is it?
We're finding you. Here's the thing. You keep saying you need a passion. Your passion.
We've discovered I'm not passionate about things.
You are passionate about entertaining. Okay, you are an entertainer. I would argue you are passionate about entertaining others.
Okay.
Okay. in whatever medium that may be, stand up, acting, etc. Okay, I feel like we got to.
I guess we have to quantify
what you need
passion.
What you need is a hobby.
Because when I think of passion, if I was like entertaining, like stand up, right? I think of Eliza Schlesinger. Schlesinger. I say jur, but I think it's gur. Schlesinger.
And see, and then I think this is why most of her marketing is just Eliza.
Yeah. Schlesinger. I'm going to say Schlesinger because that's how I feel like I've always said it, but I'm pretty sure it's Schlesinger. Okay. When I think of passion for stand-up comedy, I think of Eliza going out to the Comedy Store, the Improv, Laugh Factory multiple times a week just during life. Like not when she's like, oh, I'm on tour, I gotta like, you know, keep being on stage or whatever. Just like all the time in life. Loves being on stage. And she'll hop in an Uber and just bounce around to all the different clubs around town. And where I'm like, I love being home. And I enjoy it when I'm there, but it doesn't like, I don't have that passion in me to be like, every time the guys text me like, hey, I have a spot Thursday, 7:30, you want it? I'm never like, yep, I'll be there. I'm like, what am I doing the next day? Because do I have to wake up tired? Hold on. What am I doing that day? If it's too much that I'm doing that day, then I don't know. I'm going to be tired. Like I start doing that. And I make up excuses of why not to go before I say yes. It's not like, okay, how can I make this work? It goes, what do I have that will help me to not go to this?
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know that I would say I'm passionate about it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy a lot of things. It's passion. What is passion? So that's what we're saying is going to be my new YouTube series, is helping me find something to be passionate about besides Rosie.
And I still stand by that. I think it's just you need a hobby, really. Because
I do need a hobby. I have no hobbies.
That's what we're going to try out. That's what I want to do, mostly just because it's a little bit selfish on my part in that I am moving to a new city. And so I was like, okay, find you a passionate hobby / I'm going to explore the city with you at the same time and do these things with you. And maybe I need a new task because I am losing one of my passions, which is Disneyland. But
yeah. How do we get Alex to move out to Nashville?
I was just thinking about that as well. He won't, and that's okay. And I'm happy for him. But it would be nice. Yes, it would be great.
Okay. Getting to my hour special.
Coming
back around. See, you got to do something when you talk about it. So, it was this past Saturday. I still have my hair from it. This was my blowout that I got, and I've just been dry shampooing it like nonstop to like, you know, extend the life. Yesterday, Rosie went swimming. She was like, "Mommy, put your bathing suit on. Come swimming." And I was like, "Nah, girl.
No.
Now I'm gonna ride this out for a little bit, and then I'll be in there." I have attitudes and gratitudes from it.
Okay. Get into it.
I know we start with attitudes, but I'm going to start with gratitude.
All right.
I am so grateful for the peace and calm that I felt throughout this process. Because typically I would be very anxious. And also, just because it's my taping day, there's a lot riding on it. But then also I was directing it for the first time. So there was a little more weight to it. And months prior, I was already stressing out about the anticipated stress of the day. I was already like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so anxious. I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. I'm probably not going to sleep the night before, la, la, la. Already getting in my head about this stress that I think I'm going to have. Anyway.
You're getting stressed about potential stress.
Yeah. Dumb. Real dumb. But that's what I was doing.
What a psycho.
That I was doing. Because I feel like it's part of like a control thing.
Oh, sure.
Like if I could just like deal with it right now and like paint it how I want it to look, then I'll be like, okay, now it's fine. I can move forward.
100%. I think I'd probably say 98% of any time I feel stress always comes back to it's because something is out of my control. So that is why or the control has been taken from me.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like stress mad.
Yeah. Yeah. We've experienced that. on tour.
It's true.
So I was like already anticipating it. Then come the week of my taping, we did a very good job of keeping the week free. So I don't feel like overloaded with things. I did say yes to 2 spots around town, but was purposely so that I could like stay on stage.
An object in motion stays in motion.
There we go. So I did a Tuesday night and a Thursday night. And but I kept my week free. So Wednesday I got a facial. And this facial was like more than a facial. It was like a spiritual relaxing experience. And she like massaged my jaw and did this like buccal massage therapy where she puts her hands in your mouth. She's wearing gloves, but she puts her hands in your mouth and is like stretching the muscles from in here because I've been clenching at night. And then it also helps your muscles with like your wrinkles, your fine lines and wrinkles, because it's your muscles like getting tight or something, and that's what's like making you get wrinkles. So she's like loosening them up so like your face can like just stop being tense or something. Anyway, I got this really super relaxing facial massage, and as soon as I was done with it, I felt lighter physically, mentally, spiritually. I felt like happy. Like I was very aware that a lot of anxiety had left, and I was like, I feel light.
Relaxed.
I feel happy. I feel like peaceful, right? And the peacefulness lasted.
Oh, good.
For the whole weekend.
When did you get that done? Thursday?
That was Wednesday.
Wednesday.
My taping was Saturday. So come Friday, we had friends come over. And typically, and I even told them, she was like, can we come over Friday, Maddie and Brandon? And I was like, okay, I might be nervous because it's the night before my taping, but you guys can come over. And she's like, okay, we won't keep you long. We'll just come over and bring some food and blah, 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 blah. I wasn't nervous at all. I was not anxious. I was glad they were there. We ended up putting on Netflix and watching Taylor Tomlinson's special together. Great. And we all just had food and hung out, and it was great. And then I was like, okay, I'm probably not going to be able to sleep tonight because I'm anxious about tomorrow. Nah, fell right to sleep.
Great.
Woke up the next morning. Was totally fine. I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna be anxious because it's the day of the taping. No anxiety. And I'm grateful for this, and I think there's a couple of components of why I was so peaceful. One, I had Della and Chuck on prayer standby. These are like in the last episode when I talked about Bridget, who was hired on to be just a prayer warrior, just come and cover me in prayer and all the things that I do. That's kind of what Chuck and Della do, is they're on standby in my phone for if I need prayer for anything. I just reach out to them and they're like, we got you, girl. And so they had been praying for me like all week. And so I think that really helped me.
Absolutely.
And then also the fact that this time around I'm a mom. So I don't have time to get in my head and think about like all the weight and the pressure of what this means, because I'm wiping a poopy butt, because I'm like making breakfast and I'm getting her dressed and I'm doing her hair.
She doesn't care.
No.
That you have a taping.
No, she doesn't. And then in that moment, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I was just being a mom and enjoying that. So I think that was also very helpful for me to stay present in the moment and not get stressed out and anxiety. And then being there, I kept anticipating, when is it going to come? Okay, as soon as I walk in, I see all the cameras. It's going to hit me. No, it never hit me.
Good.
And I'm so grateful for that because I got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Typically, I don't get to enjoy the things because I'm anxious, but I got to enjoy it. I was glad I had Rosie there for a little while for the sound check and stuff. But yeah, it was just really special. And I didn't start feeling the nerves until the show started at 5 p.m. and we were eating lunch before. So we already did hair and makeup. We already did tech check. And I'm sitting there eating my lunch. And it was at the last bite that all of a sudden I felt the tingles go through my fingers. And I was like, oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you to arrive. And I think it was because it was showtime. It was 30 minutes until the show starts. And my body was aware. And it wasn't anxious nerves like, oh no. It was like excited anxious nerves. It was like, all right, do. It's closer. we're about to do this. I'm like, okay, yeah, here we go. And then listening to Mal and Eric open the show and go over all the announcements and stuff, then I start getting a little more anxious because I'm like, all right, hurry up, just bring me out. Let's just start the show. Hurry up. And then they close the curtains, and then I walk out to like get in my position.
Which also too, some of the crew was also like, "Is he almost done?" And I was like, "Everyone needs." At one point in Video Village, they were all like, "How many more minutes does Mal have? Is he almost done?" And I was like,
"Everybody was ready."
I said, "Everybody, calm down." I go, "This is a good joke. I'm gonna let him finish it."
This is a good joke.
I was like, we're all gonna be okay."
Yeah,
I legitimately said that to everybody, and it was great.
Yeah. So I'm back with the curtains closed, waiting for the music to start to introduce me. And then I can feel my heartbeat. I was like, okay. But even then, it was a lot of self-talk. It was a lot of like, all right, that's good. This is excitement. You're ready.
Yeah.
You're alive. You're feeling it. This is good. This is good that you feel this. And like a lot of self-talk in there. Then the music starts, and it was great. The shows were great. So that's my main gratitude of the taping experience. It's my 7th one, and
which is insane, by the way.
Right?
Like, that's a lot.
7 hours.
That's a lot.
That's like driving from San Diego to San Jose. Imagine me just talking the whole time, making you laugh that whole drive.
It's possible. I don't know of a lot of comedians that have that many hours.
I don't know.
I don't know how,
but it is a lot.
Yeah.
I am grateful. And then, another gratitude that I have. One of my fans, Cody, he's been a fan for a very long time. Shout out to Cody if you're listening. He's been to countless of my shows. I have no idea how many shows he's been to over the years, but this is before, even when I went on the Bon Qui Qui tour, he went to like almost all the California shows of the Bon Qui Qui tour. And that was in like 2014, 2015. So Cody has been coming to my shows for a very long time. And he came to my 2 LA weekends, the Wiltern, and then the next weekend was my taping at El Rey. He came to both of them. At the Wiltern show, he brought me a gift. And this gift was so special to me because leading up to this, I'm trying to think about what am I going to wear for my taping? And I had my whole wardrobe picked out. And the week before my taping, I canceled it. And I said, this ain't it. This is not the wardrobe. It's not it. And immediately, Manny, I'm like, go back to the store. Manny had been driving all over the city looking for this wardrobe for me for my taping. And he found all the pieces, and he did so many returns and buying and return and buying because he's my stylist. And then we have my outfit. And then on Friday, I go, I called Steven, and Steven's my manager. And I was like, Steven, I don't think I like my outfit anymore. And he's like, okay, what don't you like about it? And I was like, I don't think it's elevated enough. I think it's too casual. So anyway, made a whole flippity doodah.
Which I would like to point out real quick. I would like to chime in on this. This all happened like backstage at the Wiltern before you were going on stage for.
So this is 1 week before taping day,
and it's a 2-show day again. And I'm getting the show started, right? It's there's the announcement. Mal's about to get on stage. I go backstage and I see this entire conversation happening of like, I want to do this outfit. All this is happening. There were so many people, but there were so many cooks in the kitchen, if you will, that I just thought, this is not my problem. I will not be a part of this. I will do everything else. Yeah. I kept getting nervous just because I was like, he's been on stage for 5 minutes now. Mal's got 10 more minutes left. Get dressed.
Yeah. So basically what happened was I had 2 outfits picked out, one for the Wiltern show, one for my taping show. And at the last minute, I said, I don't like my taping show. I'm going to switch it.
Yeah.
And so we decided to do that.
which I
literally
think was a good move.
10 minutes before the show started. And it was the best move possible. I'm so grateful for that. So anyway, with the original outfit, I had some golden goose shoes with these beautiful laces that had these different like rhinestone charms on them that I absolutely loved. And I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to get a rhinestone charm of the number 7 for my 7th special, and I'll wear it on my shoelace. Nobody will know. It'll just be for me.
Yeah.
It's my own special little thing for myself because I had a lot of things that had meaning. I had my Rosie Harlow initial necklace. I had my Thea Mary's chain that I'm wearing right now because I'm talking about my Thea Mary in this hour. So I'm like, I'm going to wear her chain during my taping. And I was like, I want to put something with a number 7 on me somewhere. And I'm like, oh, I'll get a 7 charm for my shoelaces. Well, then I changed my outfit. I'm not wearing those shoes anymore. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't have anything with a number 7 on it. Cut to Cody's at the Wiltern show. And he's like, I brought you a gift. And it was a little bracelet with these little crystals. And I forget which crystal he said it was. Which stones. And he was like, and this is the blah, blah, blah stone. And there's 7 of them for your 7th hour special. And I was like, oh my God.
There it is.
This is it. And the stones were like in the Browns family. And then that was kind of like in the family of colors that I was wearing. So I wore that bracelet for my taping and it had 7 in it. And that's kind of what I wanted. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for Cody and all his support of me and my career over all these years and the beautiful gift that he gave me and how meaningful it was to me, even though he didn't know how meaningful that was going to be, but I do feel like that was God speaking to him, being like, hey, do this. Yeah. 7. How about that? 7 for a 7th hour? That sounds cool. Yeah, do that. And then here it is on my wrist for the taping. So I'm very grateful for that. Before I jump over to MADtv, do you have any gratitudes from taping day?
Yes, I think it went really well. Everyone was just very good at their job. I felt like everybody was just very on top of their game that night, no matter what task they were assigned or what job they were hired to do. I felt like everyone just did what they were supposed to do, which was something like this. Like, that's all you can ask for is like, we've hired you to do this. I need you to do this. And you did it, and you did it well. Yeah. And it's excellent. And like, and it's so cool with a production like this, with the special taping is, I love when people are good at things and it's all these like little puzzle pieces that just come together. And it's like, well, we had to have Rick doing this part so that Cindy could do this part so that Chris could do this part, and then we get this magical thing at the end. These are made-up names, by the way. I feel bad. I actually don't know the names of most of the crew, but everyone was so just ready and there, and we've been preparing for weeks and months, and it all paid off. All this prep. I never felt, I was more anxious at the Wiltern show than I was at this. And this was the taping, just because I came in and everybody just was on top of everything. And it was so great. And my other gratitude has nothing to do with the taping and everything to do with Rosie. I don't know what I smelled like that day, but I was giving off Rosie pheromones because she clung to me the whole time. She was just so into me that day. And I was like, I'll take it. I say, she was like, I think at one point Manny picked her up and she goes, no, I want Danielle. And I said, yes, come here. And it was so fun though to sit with her. There was a moment when they were doing like last looks before you came to the stage. And I was basically just sitting in the audience waiting for you to come out so that we could talk lighting and everything. And I was sitting there with Rosie, and she was just so like, I started telling her, I was like, that's a camera person. This guy does the audio. And she was like, who's that? And I was like, this person does. I just was like telling her everything. And she was so just locked in, like so enthralled. And at one point she's sitting there and she goes, and then everybody, and then Mommy and Tio Malf are going to make everyone laugh. And I go, yes, they're going to make everyone laugh. I go, Mommy and Tio Malf. And she goes, no, my mommy's going to make everyone laugh. And I was like, yes. I was like, your mommy's going to make everybody laugh. And then she just did her little, like when she does her little kind of audience fake laugh. And so she was just so excited, I think, for everybody to come laugh at you. So it was just very, it was so special too that she got to be there in the beginning. And
I wish she was able to stay for the show and like come out at the end and wave and stuff like that. But this particular venue, their dressing rooms were on stage, behind the stage.
Weird setup.
And so if she were to cry or
you'd probably hear
fuss, I would hear it, and it would distract me, and it could distract the audience. It could get picked up on camera, and we hear it on the camera. And then the balcony room also was just a curtain. Weird. So,
and there was a lot. It would have been very chaotic for her
if she was up there.
Up there, there was a lot of moving parts, and beautiful venue, but weird setup. Yeah, very not conducive for
a child.
It's
a rock music venue, so
it really is. It really was.
So we didn't get to have her for the show or for the end, but that's okay. Yeah. That was really special to have her for all of those moments. Any other gratitudes?
No.
Okay, great. Because now I want to jump into this attitude right now.
Okay, I do have some attitudes.
Okay. We're saving attitudes for last this time because we have more of those.
Oh
no, I don't. I have.
It's fine.
I have 2 attitudes.
It really went really well. That's my takeaway and what I've told everybody, because everybody's asked me about it, obviously, and I was like, it was a great night. I really do. Amongst the attitudes, even beyond the attitudes that we will get into, overall, very great.
Yep.
And I agree. I thought you were. I think it was the best I've ever seen you done this hour.
Really? Thank you. I didn't think that, but thank you.
Yeah.
I always feel like in every taping that I've had, you tour leading up to that taping. Except for my 2nd hour special, the homecoming show, which I filmed in San Jose. A little fun fact about that. I booked a movie, the Our Family Wedding movie with America Ferrera. I booked the movie and we filmed that right before my taping day. So I was on set for 2 months.
Whoa.
And I did my taping after not being on stage for a long time.
That's interesting.
Wild that I would do that.
Sure.
But I ended up booking this movie and that's how it worked out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you tour leading up to this, and there's shows along the way that they're so fire, so good that you walk off stage going, I wish we recorded that one.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Sure.
Because there's 2 main players in a show, the performer and the audience. And we both have to show up and be on our A game. Both of us. So there's times where I'm on fire and the audience is like, they're okay. And then there's times where the audience is fantastic, but I'm in my head. And I'm like, for some reason, having brain farts, being like, what comes next? Oh, this. Like, for no reason. But then there's those magical moments where this show, I'm on fire. The audience is on fire.
Yeah.
And afterwards, you walk off stage going, oh, that was so fun. That was so good. I wish this is the show that we recorded. I hope that my taping day has this magic and this energy. And I will say, I did not feel that.
Really?
I did not feel that this was the perfect energy show, but I still think they went well. I think the first show's energy was so hot, but also had a little bit of the energy of we're at a taping and this is a TV special and almost putting a little too much extra on it because I was getting applause breaks at places in my material where I don't get an applause break here. And I'm like, I've done almost 100 shows and never once got an applause break here. This is not right. This is not genuine. Right. This is because we're on TV. We're doing this right now. And that started messing with my rhythm because I would be in my setup where I typically, this comedy's all about rhythm, right?
Yeah.
It's moving and I would have to pause because they started clapping all of a sudden. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
keep going, pause. They're clapping again. What is happening? So the first show had great energy.
Where I was sitting, I couldn't really hear the audience.
Yeah. So
I'm just
it was definitely different for you guys being in the back and watching the monitors. But for me, I was like, this is not accurate. But then towards the end, they started to like calm down a little bit and just be like a really great audience.
Yeah. I was, because there was even one guy in the audience that I was talking to. I helped seat everybody in the audience. But
cast, if you will.
Yes, I was audience producing, as they like to say. But there was one guy that was telling me, he was like, it's so exciting. It's like a taping. It's special. And I go, yeah, but it's also just a comedy show. I was like, just enjoy the show. I literally was like, just relax. Just like a regular comedy show.
Just laughy.
Just be regular. No need to give us theatrics.
Yeah. And then the second show, I had really good energy. Like as soon as I started, I was like, yeah, this is more like This is more, we're here. This is the type of energy. You guys are just regular, just here to have a good time and laugh. And that lasted up until.
And here come the
my
Mattitudes.
This is my 7th hour special taping. There is a lady in the front row who had a little too much to drink.
Bless her.
She was not overtly heckling to where the whole audience could see it. This is the thing. If you're overtly, like you're a big heckler and everybody's like, oh my God, that person's so annoying. If I shut them down, the audience is on my team because they're like, yes, thank God, get that girl out of here. She's ruining it for all of us.
Yeah.
So if I shut her down, audience is on my team. They get woo woo.
Yeah.
But if she's not big in her heckle, it's just enough to where I can hear it because she's in the front row. And if I shut her down then the audience has no idea what I'm talking about because they can't hear her. So they just think that I'm like, not being mean to somebody, but they're just like, oh, she's scolding somebody. What happened? Right?
Teacher's in session.
Exactly. So what happened was this lady was in the front row and she was responding to everything that I was saying verbally. So just in my setups. Yeah, we had a family reunion yes.
Which part of me feels like if she had been further in the back, you may not have ever heard her.
I would have never heard her. And it would have been great.
Yes.
But somebody sat her there. Just kidding.
I would like to point out, she did not seem that way when I sat her there.
No, so she progressively was, the alcohol was hitting her. And she was just answering every rhetorical question. She was just repeating the words that I was saying. And to the point where I could then hear her husband or her boyfriend or whoever she was with be like, shh, 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 shh. Like he was trying to get her to
He could
chill
sense that it was a bit much.
Yes. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay,
It's
just ignore it.
you.
Just ignore it. But then her heckling that she was doing started distracting me to where I'm now like stuttering in my sentences because I'm pulled out of my zone because of her. So I'm now I'm thinking, I'm like, how do I address this situation? Because I don't want to ruin the energy in the room. So during one of the moments after I just finished, everybody's laughing. I'm looking at her and I'm like, you good? Do you need some water? Right?
Which, not to toot my own horn, but I clocked it before you said
and that's
anything.
why I said it, because I wasn't saying it really to her.
Well,
I was saying it to you.
I know.
I'm like, Danielle, help me.
Because that was the crazy thing is like, I obviously, again, I cannot hear the audience where I'm sitting. I'm only seeing what the cameras are seeing. But there was a moment before you said anything. I think I turned to Steven, I looked him out, and I said out loud, I go, something's wrong. Because you did a weird pause. You did a weird pause and you looked, and I know you're set so well that I was like, something is awry.
Yeah.
Like something, and then you started talking and I ran downstairs trying to find anybody where I was like, was that woman coughing? Was she making loud? I was like, why? Why did she acknowledge her? Why did she? And nobody was like, huh? Who did she talk to? I didn't hear anything. And I was like, you're all useless.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out in my brain. So it was a little bit of me acknowledging like, hey, I see you. Yeah. I hope this is enough for you to shut it down, or for your husband to be like, hey, stop.
And genuinely, everybody else was like, oh, she must be coughing. She like, everyone was like, do we need to call a medic? Like, we're not even thinking being disruptive because of what you initially. Because
I was like, you need some water.
Said,
and in my brain, I'm like, you need water because clearly you're drunk. Right. And I forgot. I thought that was my sign for a drunk person, but my call sign is not, do you need water? It's, do you need coffee? Which my brother reminded me of when my brother used to do security for me a lot. If there was somebody drunk and I wanted security to handle it so I didn't have to ruin the energy of my show, I would be like, oh, you need some coffee? And that was their cue to come and like take them out and figure out what's going on.
And it also too was a weird situation because she was on the front row, and so, and at the time too, there was also one of the roaming camera guy was there.
And he kept getting her. And I was like, no, she's not the one.
I know. And it was just very much, I definitely came down there. And I also at one point was trying to become visible to you because I was like, I was like, what? Yeah. I was like, what's the move here? I was like, what do you want? I was like, what is happening?
So that brings me to my next point about this situation is typically in any other show.
Yeah. I would have security
Danielle,
on it.
Exactly.
I would have, but because of the cameras.
Because it's a taping.
I didn't know what the move was.
And I couldn't clearly communicate. And it couldn't be just like, oh, come up and talk to them because cameras are on.
Yes. So, normally I would have. If the cameras weren't there, I would have had security. I would say, 100%. Go check on her. Go see what's going on.
And that's what we do.
Yeah.
But in this situation, I was like, it's not working because we can't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have to do it. I have to break this energy because I have to shut this girl down because she's pissing me off.
Yeah.
And it's changing my show.
Yeah.
It's changing my performance.
Yeah.
I got to shut her down.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Great. Yeah. So then I had to stop and be like, hey, I don't even remember what I said, to be honest.
I will say you were very kind. You were direct. You were very
what did
direct.
I say? I don't remember.
But you just were like, you basically just said something along the lines of, hey, I'm so sorry, everyone. I just need to pause for just a moment. And then you did look directly at her, which is kind of scary, being called out. But it was just very much like, hey, you're enjoying the show. You're talking. It is distracting me. But then you did ask her, you're like, do you want to change seats? I want you to stay. Do you feel like you can stay? Like, it was just very kind of where you were like, I don't want you to leave, but I do need you to change your behavior.
Yeah.
And you were also like, I'm happy to find you another seat. And then I guess she said, I'm okay. Like,
she said nothing. She was scared.
She froze. You scared her straight.
Poopy. She was like
the guy that she was with say anything?
Nope. None of them did. Okay. They all just kind of looked at me. And except for, so it was her man, her friend, and then her friend's man.
They were not friends.
Oh, they weren't.
No.
This is how they were so drunk that these girls became friends.
Yeah.
And then I addressed them too. I was like, and you two, are you guys good? And then that girl's boyfriend, he was the only one that was like, yeah, we're good. Fine. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I just said, all right, everybody, pretend you still have good energy. And they laughed at that. And then I just like picked back up.
Because I came back downstairs again during that time because I was ready to swap her out. I was ready to be like, all right, you two in the back, I need you to come down. I was ready to get somebody else seated. I think we also even chatted at one point briefly. I think it was Steven who was like, put Jocelyn in there, like the makeup artist, like just get somebody we knew would be chill, just someone we could trust real quick. But they did, and then I was like, the camera guy finally, whoever was like, yeah, scooch over a little bit, like change the view just a little bit. But
yeah. So then the energy went after that, and it was like they were still good. But it
took a while for them to come back.
It took a while for them to come back. And then I have my part in the show that is audience participation. It's a really fun part in the show.
It is.
And when I tell you 2 people participated.
I knew it. As soon as it was coming up, I was like, they're not going to say anything. I was like, she scared him. She scared him.
I scared him away. I scared everybody away. But I had to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did because she shut up after that.
Yeah.
And I needed her to do that. And I honestly, I wouldn't look at them anymore because if I saw her sad face, then I would get sad and I'd be like, oh man,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Yeah, I feel bad now that you feel, even though it's like, no, you were being dumb. Like, but if I were to see her like embarrassed, I would feel terrible.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not even going to look at them anymore. Yeah. But I could see her husband, he was still laughing. He was still giving it a lot of body movement that I could catch out of the corner of my eye. But thank God she did shut down after that. But the rest of the audience, like you can't help it. Like I don't even blame the audience. You can't help it when you see that situation happen. It's like this helium balloon, and then you go pop.
Yeah.
And now you gotta and get everybody back up.
And I do think it is. I don't know. Like I've never seen you do that actually. Like fully, I mean, you've definitely like caught people like recording, like you've definitely like said things like that, but it was definitely a situation where I was even like looking at Mal and I was like, what do we do? What do we do?
What did Mal say? What was he?
He just was like, oh, she's got it.
Yeah.
He was just like, you should get down there. And I was like, and do what?
And you know what's funny? You did exactly what I wanted you to do because like I said, that first one was really, Danielle, come help me. And then I saw you come down and I saw you pace trying to figure out what was happening. And as I saw you trying to figure out, I was also realizing this is not for her. She can't do it. There's nothing she can do. I have to do it. Damn it.
There was a moment where I stood there and I was like, can she see me? Give me a sign. Wink. I was like, what's the...
And then I wink. You go, what does wink mean?
I know. Because then everyone was like, what's the code? And I go, we don't have one. And then this never happens. We need a code, I guess, now. And then, too, the first person I go to when I come downstairs is your brother. And I was like, what happened? And he goes, I don't know. And I was like, get out of my way. I was like, I need someone who's paying attention. I was like, I've never paid attention more in my life to a show.
Oh my gosh. So that was my attitude of the show.
Yeah.
Also, in the first show, I will say this too. When the energy was like too big and they were giving me applause breaks and it was messing up my rhythm, and I was like, I gotta just like zone out and like try to get in and let me just like stare off into the abyss. And dead center is where I'll just like stare off and I'm delivering my stuff, right? But there's the camera in center. Right. I'm like, I'm not gonna look down the barrel of the camera. Right. I gotta look off camera. Yeah. Well, my brother decided to stand dead center. And so I'm staring at my brother. I'm like, So I was like, oh no, I got to tell him next show, don't stand there.
Yeah, he did. The second show, he was back by the bar.
Putting out the vibes.
Yeah. But he did catch one of my attitudes.
What was that?
The guy, somebody had meta glasses.
Oh,
and your brother caught him recording because he knows what those glasses look like when they're recording. Because I was like, how do you tell? Like, how do you know? And he said there's certain ones that there's like a little light that gives it away. And then I think it happened before, I believe, the other incident happened. It was that same show. And I was just very grateful that he knew what that was, because I'm like, I would have never known. I don't like those glasses, so I don't pay attention to them. But two, I think, I don't know, sometimes I think I scare people. And so when Mitchell was telling me that, I was like, get him. I was like, do something. I was like, do something. He was like, they were door. And I was like, get somebody to go tell them to stop. I was like, go do something about it. And but then later, I guess, one of the ushers who I guess talked to them came back and he was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, kick him out. Like, if you see it, like, did you tell him to stop? And he goes, yeah, he stopped. And I said, okay. I was like, if you see it again, I go, you pick him up and you escort him out.
Who does
And
that?
and then also, are we still in Mattitudes? Because I have another one. So then so sometimes I have to remember that people sometimes know who I am. And so sometimes I want to be in a fight, and then I go, calm down. Be the better person. And I had, right before the late show, I ran down to the bar downstairs to buy a Red Bull. I was fading. I needed something. I opened up the cooler, and it's just freaking whatever those spindrifts are. And I was like, these are a waste of my time. And so I go down and I buy a Red Bull. When I'm in line to buy the Red Bull, just with everybody else, there's this guy that's complaining that they have closed the bar inside the theater because Mal is already on stage at this point. Okay. So he's being loud. He's being like, this is so ridiculous. Like, why'd they close that bar? Like, now we just have this one. It's only the one line. And I, being me, just go, oh, it's because we already have somebody on stage. I was like, a comedian's on stage now. So they've closed that bar to not be a distraction. And he was like, yeah, but like, we're here trying to have a good time. Like, we want to have drinks. Like, who cares if someone's on stage? And I said, well, it's distracting. I was like, because they can see everybody back there. He's trying to put on a good show for you guys. And he was like, well, if you wanted to hire background actors, you could have done that cheaper than what we paid for the tickets, which, by the way, no, it's not cheaper. And I know how much background actors get paid. Okay. And I wanted to like keep arguing, but whenever he did that, I just went, okay. Cause at that point I was like, I know who you are. Be chill. Yeah. But I wanted to keep fighting. Part of me was like, okay, I'll have this argument with you, but I didn't.
Also, show up on time.
Yeah.
And maybe you can get your drinks and find your seat.
Exactly. But he was like trying to say something like, just because it's a taping doesn't mean we're not trying to have a good time. And I'm like, I want you to have a good time. I would love for you to have a good time. Respectfully have a good time.
Mm-hmm. And there's still a bar open.
That bar was going to stay open until you got on stage. And then I was like, shut it down. I don't want anybody to get back up. But there was a couple in between me and this guy. And she already had like one of your other merch shirts on. And so I got nervous a little bit. Honestly, that woman is what saved me from having this fight. Cause I was like, I think she might know who I am. I gotta be chill. Cause she was kind of looking at me and I was like, she fully knows who I am. And so I just was like, okay. And then I like turned back and he kept talking and I could tell he was trying to like still antagonize me. And I just did the whole like, I'm not gonna look at you, I'm gonna stare. Sugar-free Red Bull, please, thank you so much. Like $9, sure.
For one, just one,
the little one,
cool.
Awesome. And I don't get a discount. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then naturally when I tried to run back upstairs, they had switched the usher and he took his job very seriously and almost didn't let me go back up the stairs. And I was like, you gotta let me back upstairs. I was like, here's my badge. What more do you want? To where even another usher was like, she works here. And I was like, yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah.
But
move it or lose it.
Yeah. But sometimes people think, I don't know, that's happened before. Like, I don't know. There is a weird sense of entitlement to people who show up to shows who think they like deserve everything and don't understand, like, because I wanted to be like I almost wanted him to be like, who's your boss? And I'll be like, she's on stage. Like, she made these rules. You think we just do these nilly-dilly rules? There's a reason for everything, pal. But I didn't do that. I was like, let me be chill. There's bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
Other things to deal with. And yeah.
My last attitude of the night was they made me put a leash on Bonzo.
Oh, yes.
For what? Bonzo's been in every theater across America just fine.
And he's so... I was like, they also had already seen him. Yeah. And I was like, does he look like he will be a problem?
Yeah.
Where did he go? But I'm like, I remember though when I first brought him in and they were like, he needs to be in a leash. And I just went, sure. And then I walked away and didn't put him on a leash at first. Because sometimes you can get away with things. But they were really, At one point I did tell everyone, I was like, I was like, I don't have time for this. I was like, there were at that point other issues, other things had started arriving. And so this was one of those things where I was like, I need one less thing.
Yeah.
Put him on the leash.
He was probably so stressed out too because he was in so many different people's hands. Because again, the weird dressing room situation with it being on stage, and I couldn't have Bonzo back there. God forbid he starts like scratching on the door because he's by himself and he can hear me. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, he needs to go out there. And then and
you also wanted him to come up on stage, which means he had to be not back there. Yeah.
And at one point for the second show, everybody had already left. Like, all right, you don't need us. We'll be out there because the show is about to start. And then I just finished my last touches with hair and makeup. And I realized Bonzo's still here, and I'm like, oh, I need him to be out there. Hey, hairstylist, I know we just met today. Here's my dog.
Do me a favor.
Can you take him and just find Danielle? And she was like, yeah, which one's Danielle again? Oh, fun fact about that. My hairstylist.
Oh, this is
my
crazy.
Very good friend. Annabelle, she's amazing. She's incredible. She's super talented. She's hilarious. She's my good friend. I just love having her around, and just we laugh, and she's the best. She woke up with the flu, and couldn't come. Yeah, and luckily this was Friday, the night before the taping, and
which was a really fun text message to receive.
Oh yeah, so fun. Well, first of all, I had been calling her for 2 days, and she wasn't calling me back. And I was like, that's so weird. She's probably busy with the kids and stuff. Yeah. And I think she was starting to feel it. And she was like, let me just rest. Let me
in
just
and out
whatever.
of consciousness. Yeah.
And then so Friday, she finally was like, let me just go check. And sure enough, she had the flu.
Wow.
And so she finally calls me back. And oh no, I actually called her again. And she finally answers. Yeah. And she's like, hello. And I was like, are you sick? Didn't even like ask anything else. I go, are you sick? And she goes, girl, I got the flu. And I'm like, no. Immediately go into finding a replacement. And Jocelyn, my makeup artist, she called like 6 of her hairstylist friends. Everybody was booked because it's a Saturday. It's the night before.
I had just gotten my hair done, and I was like, I was ready to reach out to my hairstylist and be like, you know anybody? Like,
so then Annabelle called one of her friends and made it work, and she was fantastic. Great. She was a good vibe. She did exactly what I wanted for my hair. It was perfect. And she was just good energy. And I was very, very happy with her. But it was my first time like having her there. And I'm like, can you take my dog? Just give him to Danielle. Okay. Yeah. Which one's Danielle? And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Right.
And I hadn't been, and I'm normally backstage, but I hadn't been because of other stuff.
Yeah. And then I remembered Maddie and Brandon were there.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I'm just going to text Maddie.
Because I initially, I think I had originally left him with Chuck and Della. But then also I was like, where did he go? He's somewhere else now. But
so he was left with a lot of different people that day.
He was bouncing around, which also too. So you had texted about Annabelle having the flu, and then there's another new girl on your social team who was going to be there and also didn't show up because of the flu. And so when that happened, and then like I saw Autumn, I was like, do you have the flu? I was like, if you get away from me. I was like, nobody. I got nervous. I was like, no more flu. I don't want the flu. Who's got the flu? Get out of here. No flu here, please. Because that's the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it was just an annoying thing on top of other annoying things that I won't get into for the sake of business relationships. And it was one of those things where I was like, really? This is what we're going to harp down on?
Yeah.
This is what we're going to put our flag in the ground for?
Yeah, but he was fine. We made it work. And overall,
again,
it was great.
That's what I'm saying. Overall, the good abundantly outweighed
100%
the annoying.
100%.
I wouldn't say it was bad. It was just annoying.
Yeah.
But I still think it went really really
I can't wait for you guys to see it. This is going to be just really special. It's my 7th one. I'm a mom, so I'm talking about some mom stuff, which I've never talked about before because I've never been a mom. Yeah. So it's like a new version of me in this special. Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, I'm always proud of all of my hours of material, and I have fun with different ones. And I think I had the most fun with my last hour, Say I Won't.
Mm-hmm.
I just had the best time with that material because it was so silly and fun. And I think this hour is a little more vulnerable and real.
Yeah.
But I've heard from different people in my circle and on my team that are like, I think this is your best hour. I think this is your best hour yet. And I'm like, really? And a few different people. My brother, one of them, he's been telling me this probably for like the past year. Anytime he would come to a show and randomly he would text me, like I'd be on tour on the bus and he would send me a text out of the blue and be like, I think there's something special about this hour. I think something, I don't know what it is, but I think there's something special about this hour. And so,
I mean, it's almost like you kind of reached a whole new audience. There's a whole new group of people that you now are more relatable to, and you relate to them. And that's, I think, really exciting.
Anytime I would get nervous, I would think about my brother's words and saying that, like, there's just something special on it, and be like, okay, I'll hold on to that. I'll rest in that. And then just hearing from like my agent who has been to all my hours, just being like, this is it. This is your best one. And I'm like, really? And even my business manager said the same thing. And then even Alan, our radio guy, emailed my manager, and
Alan was there.
He books me for all my radio.
If you've ever heard Anjelah on the radio, thank you, Alan.
Yeah, he's the one who gets me booked on all the radio stations across the country. Even he replied to Steven and was like, this was, I think, her best hour.
I mean, and I always love to hearing, Alex goes out after the shows and records people. And I think it's always so fun to hear them. I don't want to like say some of the things because I want people to watch the hour. But people saying like, oh, I'm that too. Oh, she talked about this. That's me. Like, I'm the, I don't want to say it. And it's just exciting. It's so, I feel like that's always been my favorite part of comedy, just in general, and stand-up, of just, being that woman a little bit where you're saying something, you're like, true, same, ditto.
Human connection.
Like, I think that's always what's so beautiful about it's like probably the main reason why I love stand-up so much. But it's exciting though to hear people at your show just fully relating to all of it, and just being related to in your vulnerability. And like, it may be something that you were nervous at first or scared to share, and then it's that sort of like that bridge of you share it and everyone being like same, and you're like, same, okay, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, totally. It's exciting. Totally. I know we're over time. Do we still want to do a voicemail or save it?
We'll save it.
All right, we'll save it for next time. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening on your drive to work or wherever you're at. Thanks for tuning in and listening. And I know we already gave out the voicemail and email number already. And we didn't really do an intro for this. Should we go back and do one, or is this an outro? I don't know. Maybe this will just be it.
You can
leave us a review. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. And leave us a comment. Follow us on Instagram.
Tell your friends.
TikTok. Tell all your friends about this podcast and why you love it. We appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Bye.